What's up, everyone? Daddy here. Over the Labor Day week, we've been extremely busy, and we did watch a movie, but we did not have time to record an episode. But we didn't want to leave you hanging. Back before we started putting episodes out for the podcast, we did do a few practice episodes with the girls just to get them more comfortable behind the microphone, and this is one of those episodes we're giving you today. The format is different, but like I said, this was a practice episode, and I think you'll all still enjoy it. Here it is.
Hey, Maddie, did you start the popcorn?
It's going right now. Is the movie ready to go?
I'm just waiting on you guys.
Zosha, are the rooms cleaned up?
Yeah, we're just finishing Amelia's room.
Thank you. Yaya, are you helping?
Yes, Cheeseburger Cat is helping too.
All right, well, when you're done cleaning up, put your jammies on. It's movie night.
Hello, this is Mommy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Daddy.
Hi, I'm Sosha and I'm 7 years old. Hi, I'm Amelia and I'm 5 years old. And this week we watched...
Are We There Yet? This movie is from 2005. It's rated PG and has a runtime of 1 hour and 35 minutes. This is from Columbia and Revolution Studios. At the time, these studios were putting out movies like Daddy Daycare, Peter Pan, the live action, and Zathura.
This movie is about a man named Nick who pursues a single mother whose kids don't want her dating anyone. After the mother accepts a job out of town on New Year's Eve and the kid's father can't watch them, Nick promises to get the kids to their mother in time for New Year's Eve.
Some familiar faces and voices in this movie. Again, our kids are at that age where they're starting to recognize actors and actresses' voice work or physical appearance from other movies they've seen. So we have Nick Persons, who is played by Ice Cube. Some kids' movies that he has done is a movie called The Long Shots, and he also plays the voice of the Candlemaker in The Book of Life. Suzanne Kingston, the mother of the story, Nia Long, not too many kids' movies, but she was in Big Mama's House 1 and 2, which I know Maddie and I both saw at somewhat younger ages.
The daughter's name in this movie is Lindsay, and she's played by Alicia Allen. Most people won't know her face, but some people might notice the voice. She does the voice of Side Table Drawer from the Blue's Clues series, which we had no idea and thought this was a very fun little tidbit about her.
Because we have big Blue's Clues, well, at one point, very big Blue's Clues fans in this house.
Yeah. She's also in the movie School of Rock, and she plays Alicia. She's one of the backup performers. The son in this movie is named Kevin, and he's played by Philip Bolden. He was in Johnson Family Vacation, as well as How to Eat Fried Worms. And then normally we don't talk about the director, but the director of this movie's name is Brian Levant, and he made some wonderful kids movies. He made the movie Beethoven, which we have watched. We've watched The Flintstones as well, and Jingle All the Way, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
So from this movie, who is everyone's favorite character?
I like Nick.
You like Nick? What do you like about Nick?
He's funny.
He is pretty funny. He does a lot of things that give you a good laugh. Who's your favorite, Amelia?
The little girl.
The little girl, Lindsay?
Yeah.
What does she do that you like about her?
The pink lipstick was her.
Oh, she does have pretty pink lip gloss on, and
She does.
that is Amelia's favorite color. So, all right. Daddy, who was your favorite character?
I didn't like anybody in this movie.
No?
I had no favorite character. I didn't think anybody was redeemable. That's just my harsh take on it, but I didn't like any of the characters.
I would say out of the kids, Kevin was more redeemable because he was a little bit quicker in the movie to be like, we're being too hard on this guy. He's funny. I like him. Like I feel like his mind changes a lot quicker than everybody. So I like Kevin. Kevin's more genuine.
He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold a grudge.
No, whereas the little girl, you can tell she is, good luck with her when she's a full-blown teenager.
Yeah. Girls, speaking of the kids, what did you think of their behavior in this movie? How did you feel about them?
They're bad.
They're bad?
One kid is sassy.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay, she is very sassy, right? Amelia, what did you think about these kids? Did you think these were good kids?
No.
No? Yeah. What was like one of the worst things that they did? Like, what was, like, oh my gosh, mommy and daddy would be mad if we did this. What do you think that was the worst thing they did?
Set traps in the first part.
Oh, yeah, the traps in the first part?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in the first 5 minutes of this movie. That was pretty rough.
It's very Home Alone-esque, where the kids go to attack one of the potential suitors for their mom, and it's like, that's dangerous. You can't be doing that. You're going to hurt somebody.
Yeah, what do they do to this guy? Do you remember, Zosh? What some things they did?
they had those little marbles.
Yeah, he tripped on marbles. That's dangerous.
Yeah. They had a button to bring the Santa thing down, the Santa blow up, and it landed right on him.
Yeah, it was on the roof, right?
And he said, "Get me out of here!"
Yeah. And then they had like balloons filled with,
I think Elmer's glue.
yeah, it was like Elmer's glue or like whipped cream or something. They fell on his head and there was just a mess all over him. These kids were bad. I don't particularly like movies where kids are this bad because I feel like it influences you guys as well as other kids to think that these things are okay because you guys would never do that, right?
No, we would never do that.
Yeah, would you ever do something like that?
No.
Yeah, these were bad kids, right, Mommy?
Oh, yes. We have very, very dangerous things. It's different when it's in a movie and it's for fun and it's all stunt controlled. But in the real world, someone be going to the hospital. Going from that off the behavior, girls, did you learn anything from this movie? Any lessons that we learned?
I think so.
What?
No drinking in the car, no eating.
Oh, you learned his rules. I mean, I guess that's a lesson. Yeah. I'm one of those. I'm one of those people. I usually do not let my kids eat or drink in the car. There are
except
approved. There's water and like approved Sam snacks, like fruit snacks and meat sticks. Yeah. Getting lessons from this movie at our kids' ages, I'd say, is a little harder since it's a little bit more advanced for them. But if I were going to tell the message of this movie to my kids, I would say, don't judge a book by his cover. Just because Nick seems one way doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad guy, and he's not there to be mean to the kids in any way.
Now, girls, we take in many ways of transportation to get places. Do you guys have a favorite way of transportation? Like, we have our van. Our van is great. We got a TV in our van. Do you guys like the Disney transportation bus, the Mickey boat, maybe a limo? What's your
airplane?
Airplanes. What's your favorite way of commuting?
Car.
A car? What do you like most about a car?
Sometimes it has a TV, or you can play games on it.
Oh, so like our van.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what just a regular automobile. Okay. I was like, car? I'm like, we don't have cars.
You get the most comfort out of your own vehicle. I agree with that. What about you, Yeah?
Taxi limo.
A limo. What do you like about the limo?
Because I have lights in there.
Oh, the lights on the roof. Those are really nice. And it's on your feet, too.
I know you guys like to take the little tiny water bottles that they have in there, too. That's always exciting.
Yes. So now it's time for a question that I think Amelia has been amped up for since the beginning of this recording. What is everyone's favorite scene in this movie? Amelia.
They was walking on the train, and the kids walked out of the train, and then they were up to the super came for the dolly, and then the guy, and then Nick was running in the bus all over the bus.
All over the train, yeah, and you saw him like dodging people in the train hallway. Yeah,
that was funny. Mommy, did you have a favorite scene from this movie?
I liked when they fought the deer.
The deer?
That was my favorite. It was a very ridiculous part of the movie. Like the animation-ish that they do on the deer's face and like the boxing match that they have. Yeah. But it was so funny. Like our kids were belly laughing. They thought that was so funny.
Lindsay's taking pictures of it all while it's happening.
And then they show you like the still frames of the pictures that she takes. And it's a really funny part.
Daddy, what was your favorite scene?
Oh, my favorite scene, I think, was when they first came together. Like when they first started to understand each other, and Nick, Lindsay, and Kevin, they realize that each of them aren't as bad as they think they are, and they can get along, and they can move past the kids not wanting Nick to date their mom, and Nick saying that he doesn't like kids, he's just into their mother, but they realize we could do this. We're a team. How about you, Zosha? What was your favorite scene?
I liked it when the car exploded.
After the deer fight?
He had the lighter and he tried to fix something.
And what happened to the lighter?
It fell and then the car exploded.
The whole car started on fire.
Yeah, it was like a bomb.
Yeah, this Lincoln Navigator that he drives is all souped up. It's got a sound system.
The spinners.
Spinning rims, and it goes through the woods and crashes, and all these trucks push it up against the wall, and it goes through a lot of beating
Takes
up.
a beating.
It takes a beating. Yes.
I actually like one more part
What?
where he finds the keys and then he pressed the button and then the door popped off in the car.
Yeah.
about that
After the deer fight, yeah. This car is already on fire and the kid finds the keys and
They click the unlock button and the doors just fall right off.
yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah, I really forgot about that part.
So, girls, how would you describe this movie? Do you think it was fun, silly, serious, boring? Zosha, what would you call it?
Silly, very silly.
It was silly. What about you, yeah?
Very silly.
What was some silly parts?
When he was riding the horse.
Yeah, that was pretty silly out of nowhere for him to be riding a horse. Amelia?
Oh, Nick was running in the shop with the boy kid of he got it to go potty.
Oh,
yeah, when he's trying to get the boy to the potty in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
So if Mommy and Daddy were far away and we needed one of our friends to get you girls to us, whether they drove you, took you on an airplane, something, who would you pick on a road trip to bring you to Mommy and Daddy, Zosha?
Adam and Emily.
Ooh. So you driving their truck with them?
Yeah.
I feel like Adam would stop and get you all the snacks you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
He'd probably go overboard and Emily would have to stop him. What about you, yeah?
Emily and Adam too.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so everyone, there's just to be
There's a
road trip
consensus.
for all. Yep. On that note, girls, because Mommy had brought up that Adam would go overboard with snacks, what do you think is the best snack to bring on a road trip?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, I'll ask Mommy first. Mommy, what's the best road trip snack?
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky?
Beef jerky, and then when you stop at the gas station, you got to get a honey bun.
A honey bun?
honey
Okay.
bun.
Zosh, what do you think?
Honey bun.
A honey bun?
she
Oh, you're
did.
with Mommy on this one?
When we were driving we drove to Kentucky one time and we stopped and everything was closed, but then we found the oasis of the gas station where Zosha experienced her first honey bun, and I think it changed her.
Yep. Amelia, what's your favorite snack to bring on a road trip?
Fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks? Okay, fruit snacks are good. Didn't you say what was the other thing that you said you like to eat?
A meat stick.
A meat stick? Okay, yeah, you're not a fan of beef jerky. It's kind of tough for you. You just like a regular, like a Slim Jim type meat stick.
So, girls, do you think any kids at your school would like this movie?
I think they would.
Yeah.
How about you, Amelia? You're going to go to school and tell your friends to watch Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. So now I would like to address the parents. I saw this movie in theaters when I was 14, and I think it was just because I liked Ice Cube because of his performance in the movie Friday, which is not a kid's movie. But I thought, why not? Let's go see it. I didn't quite understand the kids' side of the story since the parents were divorced and my parents were not. So some kids may want to ask their parents, like, why aren't these parents together in the movie? You know, can you explain that to me? And that's something that it's your business if you want to explain that to your kids or not. But our girls didn't ask. Our girls actually responded to this movie very well. They laughed when parts were funny. They didn't seem to get bored very often. Actually, I don't think they got bored at all. And I do recommend that if you are up in the air about this movie, maybe just watch the trailer with your kids. If they are interested, then go for it, because I'll sit down for breakfast time with the girls and we'll watch a few trailers of some potential movies that we're going to pick. And the girls will let me know right away, like, yes, I want to watch this movie or no. So I recommend checking out the trailer first.
As far as parental guidance goes, I'm not going to say the words out loud. I'll just say what they start with. So if your kids ask you and you want to tell them what word it is, that's your decision. They use the D word quite often. That's really the only swear word that I would say gets used. But there are quite a few promiscuous adult references. Obviously, this movie is about a man trying to date a woman. So these kids are on that cusp of the age of becoming teenagers, especially the girl. So some of the things, like, she knows what's going on. She calls him a playa and stuff like that. Violence-wise, it is slapstick comedy. A man fistfights with a deer, you know, you're tripping over marbles. It's equivalent to the Home Alone scenes when he's setting everything up for the burglars. I feel like that's a movie almost everyone has seen
Yeah.
to be able to reference.
Like a Three Stooges thing.
So it is comedic violence, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things you might want to say, hey, this was all planned. Don't do this in real life.
Yeah.
Scary wise, little boy Kevin has asthma. So there's a couple times during this film that he does experience an asthma attack. Our older daughter Zosha does have asthma, so they might find this a little scary. There is also a scene of kidnapping in this movie. So that is a little scary. You know, the kids are screaming. They're like, Nick, help us. I mean, Mind you, the person doing the kidnapping in this movie, because of something the little girl did earlier in the movie, thought that these kids were kidnapped. So in his mind, he was saving these kids.
Yeah, it was like a misunderstood kidnapping.
Yes, it was a very misunderstood kidnapping. But it's still scary nonetheless when this truck driver pulls you into his truck and just takes off.
And that could be a conversation you have with your kids, too. Like, hey, what would you do in this situation? So it could be a knowledgeable
Or don't do what that little girl did, or someone's going to try to steal you from us.
This is not a joke to say, help me.
There is a little talk of bullying in this movie. There's one scene in particular. Zosha, do you remember that scene? Mm-hmm. What happens?
A little boy walks off and steals Oliv's brownie.
Oh, yeah. At the party, Kevin has his cake, and a little boy says, hey, I want it. And what does Kevin do?
He makes the angry face.
I'd say a scene or two prior to this, he tells Nick about this, and he's like, this is how I handled bullying, and he teaches him the face.
The look.
It's cute. It's good that it shows you can overcome bullying. So I'd say it's more positive in this movie.
So Rotten Tomato critics give this movie an 11%, which is a thumbs down. Audiences give it a 45%, which is a thumbs middle. Let's see how it holds up in our house. Zosha, do you give this movie a thumbs up, a thumbs middle, or a thumbs down?
I give it thumbs middle.
Thumbs middle? Why do you give it a thumbs middle?
Because it's kind of good.
It's kind of good?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Amelia?
That's a good ranking.
Thumbs middle.
And why do you give it a thumbs middle?
Because it's silly.
It is silly. It's a little far-fetched, but silly movies are fun.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Daddy?
I give this movie a thumbs down.
Okay.
I saw this movie when I was 14, but it doesn't hold up the way that it used to. So I'm going thumbs down on this.
I'm going to go middle of the road as thumbs middled but angled down, because the comedy that they do put in this movie gets those laughs out of the kids. So it's enjoyable watching kids watch this movie. But as an adult, I'm like, yeah, let's not. Some of the things that they reference, I don't think should be presented in a kid's film.
It is rated PG, though, so it's parent guidance. So if you don't want your kids to watch it, then don't show it to them.
Yeah.
And if you would like to add Are We There Yet to your movie night list, it is currently streaming on Max or available across platforms.
And after watching, let us know if you give it thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down.
And when you want to let us know what you think about the movie, please find us on social media. We like to post pictures of us on our movie nights, letting you know what snacks and sweets we're eating. We post a dad joke as well as a sneak peek clip theme to the episode coming out that week. It's a fun place to hang out.
Our Facebook is It's Movie Night, and our Instagram is It's Movie Night Pod. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for another movie night. Bye.
Bye.